The Minnesota Vikings offense, let's be real, has been one of the better units in the league since Kirk Cousins has been the quarterback. Let's call a spade. Ever since this man came to the Vikings, what was it, 2018, whenever it was, for the last 4 or 5 seasons, he has been a big reason as to why this Vikings offense has been pretty good. Now, did it take a little bit for it to get going? Yes. I know it took a little bit, but at the end of the day, we've seen worse Vikings offenses. Need I remind you of years where Adrian Peterson was injured and Matt Castle, Christian Ponder was the starting quarterback? Come on. But overall, I think that one thing is going to happen, especially with Kevin O'Connell as the new head coach and Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah now the general manager of the Minnesota Vikings. The offense is going to take off. Now, if we were to just take a look at something like the depth chart, I mean, obviously you take a look at, Kirk Cousins is going to be your starting quarterback. You got Dalvin Cook in the backfield, C.J. Ham, arguably the best fullback, Dalvin Cook at running back, C.J. Ham at fullback, arguably the best fullback in the NFL is Ham. Irv Smith Jr. coming back from that, I believe that torn meniscus. Hopefully he's 100% ready to go. Justin Jefferson also out there. Honestly, it really is contingent on what happens with Justin Jefferson. If he's that guy that does come out next year and find a way to win that Triple Crown, I love it. I absolutely love it. Also, you got Adam Thielen, who, and we made a video about it kind of, but Adam Thielen, I think, is going to put the NFL on notice a little bit, talking about how, I think teams are kind of sleeping on him a little bit. They think he's either, at 31, he's either done or he's a guy that, these last couple of seasons has faced injuries and it just hasn't gone according to plan, but it is what it is at this point. Then KJ Osborne, this one actually, between the wide receiver 3 might be interesting. KJ Osborne, Olabisi Johnson, those guys might be going at it. 2 veterans that, KJ Osborne really stepped up last year. So, and I think finally the offensive line is getting to a point now, especially if they can find the answer at center. So, obviously Darisaw Cleveland going to start at that left tackle, left guard, but then, Garrett Bradbury, I think this is really the last chance. And then you've got a guy like Chris Reed, also Jesse Davis, that could be in at any point, honestly. And I know, wait, did I forget to put Jesse Davis on here? Wow. Okay, so it should be Jesse Davis over Wyatt Davis. I apologize for that, but you guys get the point. At the end of the day, Jesse Davis is at a point where he honestly could be plugged in as that starting right guard, as well as Chris Reed for that matter. So if Chris Reed goes to center, I think Jesse Davis would be that first name that pops up to be that starting right guard. And then obviously Brian O'Neill, who's played like one of the best right tackles for a long time now, and nobody gives him credit. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, so this offense, I think, is really going to take off, especially when you consider the fact, the run first, run out the clock, run, pass, punt, basically type of, that saying, by the way, courtesy of Purple for the Win podcast, is the funniest thing. It's so funny and accurate because at the end of the day, we've seen it as Vikings fans. We've seen it with Bill Musgrave with a basically a note card type of an offensive call sheet. We've seen it with, just Adrian Peterson left, Adrian Peterson right now. Don't get me wrong, it worked in 2012, but this isn't 2012 anymore. This is, this is the Super Bowl, baby. We're talking. This isn't Detroit. But I think at the end of the day, the Vikings are in a spot where, it was Kevin O'Connell that put Kirk Cousins in the spot where he was playing his best football before he got paid, by the Vikings. It was Kevin O'Connell that really brought out the best in Kirk Cousins, and I think he's going to continue to do that. And, these weapons, Kirk Cousins, this last couple of years, I think statistically he's been one of the better ones, but one of the better quarterbacks in the league. But I think, from a leadership and from I just think this offense taking the next step level, I think Kirk Cousins in this offense will do that, especially under Kevin O'Connell. Again, not under that run-first type of offense. Now, don't get me wrong, Dalvin Cook is going to get his carries, but I don't think it's going to be to necessarily the kind of to the capacity that it was before. I think, if anything, this offensive line also might change a lot. We could see the Vikings become, instead of being that 20 to 30 attempt running type team, they might be turning into kind of a pass happy offense. When we talk this offensive line, we might see guys like Garrett Bradbury go, Ezra Cleveland go, Chris Reed be the new kind of the bigger offensive linemen up front that are good, better at pass protection. Ed Ingram, I think, really fits that mold. I think he's either going to start he's got a chance to start at right guard as well, because at the end of the day, Ed Ingram is one of those guys that was one of the highest graded pass blocking guards in all of college football last year. So, I think just with drafting him, I think that sent a message of, hey, this offense is going to change drastically, but I think it's for the better. Let Kirk Cousins stand back there in the pocket, run the football a little bit to keep the defense honest, and at the end of the day, let this offense take off, especially with the weapons that it has. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Now, down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Minnesota Vikings offense taking off under Kevin O'Connell.